So Samsung's new dual foldable strategy is working much better than expected. And next year, Samsung could take it way further. Instead of 3 foldables, we could get a massive 5 foldable lineup. But the interesting part is why Samsung suddenly thinks it needs that many. Let me explain. It all started this year. After 7 years of releasing a single book-style fold, Samsung experimented with a dual fold strategy, but the real star was the new wider Fold 8, which accounted for roughly 70% of buyers. Demand was strong enough that Samsung added another 1 million units to its production plans. And apparently, Samsung got the message. According to a Korean media report, Samsung is doubling down next year and has already started development on 2 separate wide-format fold projects for 2027. Details on the second model are still limited, but Samsung could go from 3 foldables this year to 5 next year, including 3 different book-style folds, which raises the obvious question: why make 2 wide folds? Well, this is where the leak gets much more interesting. The Fold 8 already uses a wider 4:3 design, which makes it much better for content than Samsung's traditional fold. But it still doesn't fully solve one problem. Widescreen video still leaves a lot of unused display space. And according to the report, Samsung is considering an even wider aspect ratio for the second model, optimized specifically for video. The Fold 8 Ultra targets people who want a larger screen for productivity and multitasking. The Fold 8 gives you the more compact passport-style design, and this third model could push even further toward video, gaming, and entertainment. And Samsung may have another way to separate them. It recently hinted that the S Pen could eventually return to the Fold lineup, so the Fold 9 Ultra could lean even harder into productivity, while the wider models focus more on portability and entertainment. In other words, Samsung may have stopped trying to make one fold for everyone, and the trifold fits perfectly into that strategy. Samsung is already developing a second-generation trifold for next year, so both of its recent foldable experiments could become actual product lines. And that could give Samsung a big advantage when Apple enters the foldable market. Instead of answering one folding iPhone with one Galaxy Fold, Samsung could have an entire lineup ready. But that advantage could also become Samsung's biggest problem, because at some point, more choice becomes more confusion. And if Samsung doesn't clearly separate these models, the second wide fold could simply steal Fold 9 buyers instead of bringing new people into foldables. Either way, Samsung could have its most diverse foldable lineup ever next year, and we're already starting to learn what's changing on the Galaxy Z Fold 9 itself. Click right here to check that out, and I'll see you there.